Hello Pokemon fans, trainers, welcome to the Pokemon Privateers. This is your Captain Andrew speaking. And today I have Quartermaster Richard's deck profile for his Lightning deck to face my Incineroar. This is his Ampharos Pikachu Zekrom deck. So, starting it off, he runs 4 Mareeps, all with 60 HP. He's got 2 team-ups and 2 Lost Thunder ones. He runs 2 Flaffies, both from Team Up. They have 90 HP. And he runs 2 Ampharos GXs and 1 regular Ampharos from Lost Thunder. Now, the reason why he runs 3 of these, and only 2 Flaffies and 4 Mareeps, 1, he wants to make sure that he gets his basic out there. So, having 4 of them, he's got a good chance. Now, these 3 Ampharoses, he does only run 2 Flaffies and no rare candies. No rare candies in this deck, so he can only do 2 of these. Now, the reason why he runs 2 GXs and 1 non-GX is it all depends on the situation of the battle. Because this Ampharos can spread damage if he needs to. These 2 are more of an impactful and getting back Electro Charger, or Electro Power, sorry, and just constantly ramping up damage. So, yeah, and his GX being able to search his deck for up to 7 Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Right there, that GX, if he hits that immediately, he can just set up his whole field, and his opponent is going to be in trouble because this deck knows how to dish out some punishment. So, he runs that. He runs 2 Pikachu and Zekroms. Pretty standard there with that team-up card. It's just insanely powerful with being 150 for its full blitz. Search your deck for up to 3 energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. That's any Pokemon. He can search his deck and power up his Ampharos, power up the other Pokemon I'm going to show, power up this Pikachu and Zekrom, or even the other one. And just keep doing that, and then tag Bolt for 200 if this Pokemon has at least 3 extras. So if you've attached 6 energies to this Pokemon, then this attack, this attack does 170 damage to one of your opponent's bench. 170 damage. Think about that. 200 direct to the active, and then 170, sorry for knocking the camera, then 170 to a bench. That can be 2 KOs. That can be 2 GXs. And or even a team up that's been damaged. That can take out a lot right there. And then not only that, you power up with Electro Power and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. This deck knows how to dish out punishment. That's what it's definitely designed for. Now, he runs 2 Eevees. One is the GX, so he has to have, you guessed it, Jolteon in his hand for that. He runs 2 of them. Energy Evolution, if he doesn't have it, he can put a Lightning Energy on that Eevee. Go and get it if it's there. If it's priced, it's an issue. This one right here, it's got a lot more HP than obviously the standard Eevee. It's got 160 HP, and its Ascension DNA allows it to, if you have Jolteon in your hand for this deck purposes, any Eevee evolution is what it calls for, but in this instance it will be the Jolteon GX. You heal Eevee completely if it has any damage. Then you place Jolteon on it. Boom, you have a completely healed Jolteon GX. And his attacks just like Ampharos back here, they only require 2 energies. So if he has Thunder Mountain out on the field, which he does have it in his deck, if he plays Thunder Mountain, he only needs one energy to attack with his Head Bolt for 110 and his Impulse Bolt for 150. Now, that's not going to be really the case with Pikachu and Zekrom. They're going to need some energy, but yeah. And with that Jolteon, it has a single energy attack for 30 damage. If you have that Thunder Mountain out there, it requires 0 energy and you can attack with it. But you're not going to be able to attack on your first turn or anything, but when you're able to use him, that's when it goes. He runs 1 Tapu Koko Prism Star from Team Up, mainly to just get the energy onto his Pokemon, which this deck is very good about getting energy and power onto it. He runs a Thundurus GX, just for some power. We were thinking about Tapu Koko, but everybody runs Tapu Koko GX. So he changed it up a little bit and he threw in a Thundurus GX in there, just for some fun. And Zerawa, the standard one, from Team Up set as well. And yeah, it's not exactly a bad Pokemon. Does 20 damage for Slash for a colorless energy, and then 2 lightnings and a colorless. Wild Charge does 120. Yes, it does 120 to itself, but if you already got your energy spread out and you just need to knock something out, like that Pikachu and Zekrom hit something for 170, but it's got like 250 HP. Send this puppy out, Wild Charge, boom, problem solved. So yeah, anyways, let's get back into the rest of it. He runs 2 max potions in this deck. He would run more, but we can't find any more. But yes, he runs 2 max potions, mainly because his Pokemon, they're only going to be having 1 energy on it for their attacks for some of it. So, honestly, if he has Thunder Mountain out there, which is going to be one of those cards he searches for and gets if he can get it as soon as possible, then he can max potion. All he's going to do is discard 1 energy. That's it. Just 1. And then his Pokemon's fully healed. He can attach another energy to it, and then boom, his Jolteon can hit that 110, or his Ampharos can hit that 150. Gone. It's just going to start hurting people. So, yeah. That's a little nasty there on that aspect. He runs 2 Electro Chargers. Flip 2 coins. If heads, shuffle an Electro Power card from your discard pile into your deck. Well, that would mean that you gotta be running some Electro Powers, right? He runs 3 Electro Powers just to give his Pokemon that 30 more damage boost. But yeah, so that's 30 damage this turn that he is just gonna add to his Pokemon. I don't think there's a limit. Is there a limit? During this turn, your lightning Pokemon attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Before applying weakness and resistance. So actually, I think you can play all 3 and just add 90 damage. If you had all 3, I mean, I don't know if you would or not, but you have that possibility, it seems like. Alrighty. And yep, here we go. He runs 3 Nest Balls. Most of his Pokemon are basic, except for the Flaffy and the Ampharos and the Jolteon. That is it. Everything else is basic. So you can go get essentially anything with that. And he runs 2 Timer Balls, just so he can go get his evolutions. And if some of his basic Pokemon get knocked out, like Pikachu, Zekrom, anything that he wants back badly, he's got a rescue stretcher to do that. Alright, so those are the item cards. Let's get into the supporters real quick. Okay, Shocker there. He runs Volkner. He runs, I believe, 3 of them. Yep, 3. He runs 3 Volkners. Search your deck for an item card and a lightning energy card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Well, that's going to get energy and an item card. Maybe Electro Power. Who knows? It's whatever the situation calls, and he's got it in his disposal to take care of that. And no secret there. He runs 3 Cynthias. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 6 cards. Does that so he can get his hand going if he doesn't like the way it is. He also runs 3 Tate and Lisas, switching out his Pokemon if he needs, and shuffling his hand into his deck and drawing 5 cards. And just like with the Incineroar, if his Ampharos or something like that is heavily damaged, or even the Pikachu Zekrom, Acerola. Boom. Bringing all that stuff back to your hand, all the energy back to your hand, possibly giving that energy out to something else. Your Pokemon is safe. And your opponent did not take prize cards. He runs 1 Guzma because his Jolteons have 0 retreat costs, and he's banking on them to hit in the very beginning of his battle so he can just start swiftly taking stuff out. And if he discards too much energies and they're in the discard pile, he's got the Fisherman to take care of that. To get those back, he runs obviously Thunder Mountain and Ether Paradise just to protect his basics with 30 less damage. And his energies is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lightning energies. So yeah, he's able to do plenty with his energies. Well, that was the Quartermasters, Ampharos, and Pikachu Zekrom deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave the comments down below. What did you think? And if you guys ever have suggestions for the deck, let us know. This has been the Captain of the Pokemon Privateer saying, see ya.